It's buzzing in here ahead of Game 3. And we'll be back in a minute to get it started. From the home of the Mets, Citi Field in Queens, New York, MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers going up against the New York Mets. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaumburg. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Siggy.
Well, when a team starts a series on the road and comes away with a split in the first 2 games, they've essentially taken over home field advantage. So the last thing these players want to do now is give it right back by dropping this one. And these fans know that just as much as the players.
And the atmosphere here is electric. And this figures to be about as intense as postseason baseball gets. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So almost ready to get underway, and pitching in this game, Luis Severino.
Great sinker. Although it's not his primary pitch, it's really a pitch that he can go to, misses the barrel of the bat, gets ground balls, and lets the defense work behind him.
All right, ready to go here. And now the DH, Shohei Ohtani. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Down the middle for a strike. So we're off and running in Game 3. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Mookie Betts in the box now. No balls and a strike. Severino, multi-time All-Star, 30 years old now, and he was Shohei on the go. Pitching for a strike. Low throw, and he can't dig it out. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, he's batting leadoff, and he's acting like a traditional leadoff hitter. Gets on base to start the game, then puts himself on second with a nice stolen bag. I think that sets the tone for the offense for sure.
Ripped on a line. Bader makes the catch, and there's one gone. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Siggy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Base hit. That was smoke through the infield. And they'll score first. It's 1-0.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Runner on at first with one gone. Teoscar Hernandez now at the plate. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. One run across to the frame so far here in Game 3. Strike 2.
I think it's huge that they were able to score right away. You're playing on the road. Stakes are high. Energy in the ballpark. And you help to quiet that down a little bit.
And that one is lifted in the air. Bader sizing it up. He's got it. 2 away down.
The catcher, Will Smith.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Could be extra bases. Freeman around second, headed for third. Coming home. He scores, and they lead by 2.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Muncy digs in. That's in there. That's strike 1. The pitch. Clobber to right field, way back, gone. His second home run of the series, and they add to the lead. It's 4-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
Chris, this one got out of here quickly. Let's take another look with the help of StatCast.
Yeah, just a laser of a home run. 113 miles per hour off the bat. But, you know, it wasn't a towering shot by any stretch, and it didn't need to be. That thing was torched.
Here's Kike Hernandez. Hard hit left side. Lindor on to first. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Mets coming to bat. Back here at Citi Field. And towing the slab here, it's Walker Buehler.
Well, this guy featuring that straight four-seam fastball, but off of it throws the cutter, and really he's most effective when he's using that cutter off the four-seam fastball just to miss the barrel of the bat. Not always going to see the swings and misses, but if you can somehow get weaker contact, you have a chance to collect some outs. Now, it's going to look the same until the very last second, so hitters are going to have to make a decision and hope that sometime they're able to guess right.
The wind of the pitch. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Smith takes it in for the out, and there's one down. Take a look at the lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, you know, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it.
Bounce to the left side, and he grabs it foul. The Dodgers leading by 4 here in Game 3 of the NLCS. And that one in the air center field. Lux snags it for the second out.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Lifted in the air, right field. Betts settles underneath it. And that's the inning. New inning getting started, and now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Gavin Lux. And the right-hander back to work. And it finds its way through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Tommy Edman at the plate. There's a strike, 95 of that one. Severino, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a sinker, a slurve, a slider, and occasionally uses a cutter. Ground ball could be two. One at second. Relay to first, double play.
Sometimes double plays get turned so quickly that you don't really get to appreciate all the finer details and how these guys execute them. Right there, really nice footwork, and a good feed to second was the key to pulling it off.
Bounced up the middle. Oh, great stop from his knees. The throw. Nicely done for the out.
That was a great job of doing the math. He had the perfect angle. Diving stop completes the play, and that ends the inning.
Back here in Queens, bottom of the inning. Stepping in the long ball threat, Pete Alonso. Back to work. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And the postseason success continues for him.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down.
Here's Starling Marte.
One wonderful thing about the postseason, you never know who's going to be the hero. It could be the superstar, but often it's a far more unlikely player.
There's a strike. You know, one unlikely postseason hero I saw up close, Alex Gonzalez of the Marlins in the 2003 World Series. Wasn't really known for his bat, but he hit a walk-off homer in extra innings in Game 4. It tied the series and was a huge momentum swing. Oh, 2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 0-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a pitch. On the ground to the left. Muncy over to second, now to first, and it's a double play.
If you blink, you might miss it, and that's the magic of the 5-4-3 double play. It happens so fast, which is a huge reason why this is such a delicate sequence. The entire play will break down if one person has bad timing.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Late on that fastball. 2 out, space is empty. Righty to the plate. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. Here's Mookie now.
When he steps into the batter's box, the comfort level looks so high. It doesn't matter what kind of delivery that pitcher has, what kind of velocity, what kind of secondary stuff. He is so settled in there. He owns the home plate area.
Severino kicks, deals. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. And the leadoff man aboard.
Tough game for him so far, Boog. Another hit, and they've just been knocking him around through the first 2+. He's got to get things back on track. Maybe junk a pitch that isn't working, or he might not last much longer.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
The pitch. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Around third. The throw in, but it's offline, and the lead is up to 5.
Couple of singles back-to-back. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Man at first, and now Teoscar Hernandez. Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1.
1 strike.
One on, nobody out, a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swung on, belted. That's back there. Just shy of the wall.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
So man aboard. Now here is Will Smith. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Popped up right side. Alonso drifts towards it. Puts it away for the out.
The third baseman, number 13, Max Muncy.
And now it's Max Muncy. He's already homered in this game. There's a swing and a drive. Marte going back. Pulls it in on the warning track. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And the lead is now 5-0. You're watching the National League Championship Series on the show. Set for the bottom of the third at the plate. Harrison Bader. And a pitch. Fastball for a strike.
Well, these Mets definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Next offering is in for a strike. And the righty deals. That one to first, and Freeman, the Gold Glover, makes the play. He handles it himself. Leadoff man retired here in the third. Here's the veteran second baseman. In the air, left side. Hernandez should have this one. Hauls it in for the out.
Batting ninth, the catcher.
2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in, Francisco Alvarez. That one lifted to left. Hernandez sizes this one up and makes the grab. And that is that. It's game 3 of the National League Championship Series. Now it's the second baseman, Kike Hernandez. And the pitch.
Love it here at Citi Field. You know, it replaced Old Shea Stadium back in 2009, and Chipper Jones was really sad to see it go. It's actually the 3rd home of the Mets since they started out at the Polo Grounds for 2 seasons before Shea was finished. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
And now it's Gavin Lux. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Hits the fence. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out.
Now, I'm sure he feels really good about that one. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything and pulled it into the gap nicely.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Luis Severino gives way, and he's on the hook for the runners at second and third. So looking for some help there. Back in a minute. Christian Scott gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
And here comes Tommy Edman. He's 0 for 1. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Here comes a pitch. Line to right, and this one could be extra bases. 1 runs in. Now a second crosses the plate, and they're pulling away up by 7 now.
Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Hit in the air, center field. Bader should have it. Makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with 1 away.
The batter, the right fielder, Mookie Betts.
So a man aboard, and next for LA, Mookie Betts, 1 for 2.
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want.
That's a base hit as a run scores.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just an awesome swing of the bat, quick hands, and just launched the baseball. 108 on the exit velocity. Man, that is coming off the bat pretty good. I know he's feeling good about it.
1 gone, runner at first. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. He'll circle the bases. It's 10-0.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too. to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Line to left. And now maybe extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. In there safely.
The batter, the catcher.
And at second with one away. The batter now will be Will Smith. This ball's chopped on the ground. Vientos. And they get the out on Smith.
Now batter, third baseman, Matt.
Here's Muncy to hit. He's already homered here in this one. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Hernandez at second with two down. Fastball in for a strike, and the count is 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
And there's a fly ball deep right field. Marte going back. Pulls it in on the warning track. So 5 runs in the inning as they bat around. On now to the bottom of the fourth. It's the Dodgers 10 and the Mets nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the fourth, and now it's Frankie Lindor. Buehler back to work. Swing and a drive deep right field. Get out of town. He'll touch them all. His second homer this series, and they've got their first run. It's 10-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And now it's Mark Vientos. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Right through there for a strike. Vientos, 24 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2017. Righty delivers. In for a strike, and it's 0-2.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. The pitch. Got him looking, that's a strikeout. Brandon Nimmo, the next to hit.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
This is off the inside, and it's 1-0.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
He swings and fouls one off. 1 out, base is empty. One down, base is empty. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. and there's 2 down.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Alonso batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. The pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. And he deals. And that just misses.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Just off the outside part of the plate.
It's a good take.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
While he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him as a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Two down, nobody on. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
I'm in a hurry. There's nothing that can stop me. You best be watching, 'cause I'm putting on a show. This is your moment.
We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. David Peterson.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Here's Kike Hernandez.
The second baseman, Kike Hernandez.
The lefty fires. Line drive, knocks it down. Gets it there in time, though. He keeps his composure, and they get the out. Singing, it was close. Looks like they want a second to review it and possibly challenge the call if they think he beat the throw.
Yeah, they might challenge it just to kind of roll the dice, you know, Berg, and perhaps maybe they see something different as they get a look at some different angles.
Now, Gavin Lux. In the air, right side. Marte sizing this one up. He's there. He's got it. And there are 2 outs.
Now back.
2 outs, base is empty. Tommy Edman will hit next. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And you played behind guys, and they love having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. Next offering, popped in the air, right field. Makes the catch, inning over. Here at Citi Field, John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Starling Marte. And a pitch. Fastball for a strike.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Kicks and deals.
Ball, hot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Kicks and fires. Caught and missed. Struck him out. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Really nice execution of the cut fastball right there. Similar to how you might throw a 2-strike slider, start it middle away, let it break, and take over that outside corner of the plate. But sometimes with the cutter, you just don't know how much it'll move. I think he's good, but I think he was also a little lucky right there.
In the air, left field. Hernandez under it. Hauls it in for the out. 2 away.
The center fielder, number 34.
And now Bader up to the plate. He's over 1. First pitch misses.
1 ball, no strike.
Two outs. And a foul ball third base side. In for a strike. 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Line to right, and that'll be a base hit.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Number 11 stands in now and watches strike 1. At the belt and fires. And that one fouled off. Bader off of first with 2 away. Gets a piece and it stays 0-2. And the right-hander deals. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. Mets lead 1. They're down 9. It's 10-1. Back here in Queens, Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. As the lefty gets to work. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Marte makes the grab. And there's 1 down. Here's Mookie Betts. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. And forget it. A solo shot. It's 11-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Base is empty, one away. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Freddie Freeman. That one's in there. 0-1. One down, base is empty. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. And that one hops the wall. And he's got a double, his 4th hit. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
One down, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Teoscar Hernandez. Hard ground ball, base knock. Around third, fires it to the plate. He's safe.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, caught out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
And now, and there's a hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
The first base is number 13, Max Muncy.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. 1 for 3. Crushed to right. This one's got a chance. Out of here. Home run. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game, and they tack on 3. It's 15-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Jose Buto takes over on the mound. He's into the game with the bases empty. One out, bases empty. Here's the second baseman, Enrique Hernandez. And a foul ball. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Bader should have it. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
The center fielder, number 9, Gavin.
2 outs, base is empty. Gavin Lux steps to the plate for the Dodgers. On the ground to first. Alonso takes it himself, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. On to the bottom of inning number 6. This is the National League Championship Series show. Bottom of the 6th inning, and now the catcher comes up to him, Francisco Alvarez. To the pitch. High fly ball down the left field line. That's back. Back. Gone. He flexes uses his power with that swing. His second home run of the series. It's 15-2.
Wasn't fooled on the first pitch at all. He squared it up right away. That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he would have got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. Foul ball there. The Mets with a lot of ground to make up here in the bottom of the sixth. And a foul ball. The wind and the pitch. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. The pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The wind of the pitch. Inside, just missed. Right-hander kicks, deals. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Quite the matchup we're seeing here. 6 foul balls in this at-bat alone. Really making him work out there.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And a pitch. And they'll do it again. Here's a 1-2. Right side. Hernandez throws to first in time. So it was a long battle at the plate, but they still managed to get the out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Vientos, batting with one down, takes a strike. Slice down the right side. The wind to kick the pitch. Stays alive. And down on strikes. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen.
It appears Dave Roberts is going to dig into his bullpen as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Walker Buehler will depart, and he was a tough nut to crack. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with the new arm after a quick break. Joe Kelly into the game.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Nimmo at the plate with 2 away, swings through that one.
Didn't recognize off speed, thought it was fastball, a little bit out in front.
Got him swinging.
They call it comma, comma, comma. Oh, they call it comma, comma, comma. Oh, they call it comma, comma, comma. Oh, they call it comma, 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 comma.
We go to the top of the 7th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Tommy Edman. Brandon Nimmo. Righty reliever out of the pen, Michael Kopech.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
That to right. Betts on the move. One down.
He was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
He's 2 outs away. Pete Alonso digs in now. Swinging a foul straight back. Strike 2.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Marte, the next to hit, takes outside. The Dodgers up big in this one here in the late stages of Game 3. And that's a little bit high. Next offering is in for a strike. One strike away. Two down, nobody on. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 2-2 down. Got it. And that'll do it.
Game 3s are very critical when you have a series tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up. Anytime you go down, you're always chasing. When you're up in the series, you feel like you're in the driver's seat. Nice win today.
Well, Singy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot of drama at the end either, and you just don't see a lot of blowouts in the postseason.
So this one got a little out of hand. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Sciambi. Talk to you soon.
Shook off them hate. Oh, you showed up. I whipped up and clicked up my more tie. That's why we hold up.